Well, I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about my meditation practice and what it looks like. My meditation practice looks a lot different today than what it looked like maybe 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. But 20 years ago, I had so much energy. I was a young man then, but I would get up at 4 a.m., get dressed, fix my lunch, uh, do everything I needed to do for work, and I would be out the door by 5 a.m. And I would make my way to the Houston Zen Center to meditate. There could be 3 people there, there could be as many as 15 people there for sitting meditation, which generally began at about 5:30 in the morning. Once you got seated, the gong would be hit, uh, announcing that the abbot was entering and that meditation would be starting. We would then recite our vows to set our intention to the world and for our meditation practice that day. We would generally meditate for about 30 minutes. And then generally after that, a lot of times I would stay for a walking meditation, which lasted for about 10 minutes. And I would make my way off to work. And those were just days, you would come out of the Zen Center and the sun would be up and everything would be so quiet and you'd be so ready for the day. So then from there, the helicopter. But then from there, I would meditate at nighttime. And I had this energy to stop and meditate before I went to bed. And during this time, what I thought was really good about me that really supported my daily practice was that I would go on an annual week-long retreat, meditation retreat that would take me away from the city out to a rural location called the Houston Center. And this is where you really got a chance to deepen your practice. And this was also being led by the Houston Zen Center. You were cloistered and cut off from all your external term stimuli, no TV, no phones, just nature and quietness. And that environment would really help quiet your mind. And in my opinion, a lot of how our mind is jumping around from one thing to the next, kids and work and all these things we have in our lives and social media, all of that drives how much our minds are jumping around. So to stop and take a full week off and just totally disconnect and just be with nature and just be with yourself, it was so rewarding. So we would generally meditate at 5 in the morning. We'd get up at night, and then until about 10 o'clock at night. We would break for meals and for chanting, but other than that, we were meditating, sitting meditation and walking meditation. Now today, I just can't pop up like I used to, but I really start meditating around 6 a.m. for about 30 minutes, and I make my way to work. I try to meditate a lot of nights before I go to bed to help quiet the mind, quiet the body. Unfortunately, though, since the pandemic, I've not been going on my annual retreats. And I hate that because I miss them. They did so much good for the soul, for the mind, of being able to disconnect. But it's one thing I have been doing. I've actually been taking vows of silence on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. And for 1 hour on those 3 days each week, I will just sit in silence and just observe the beauty of my life, the beauty of the day. 6 o'clock in the morning, it's dark. You sit and let the sun come up, and you just It's a moment just to find a gratefulness for what you have. It's a moment to really establish that in a lot of ways, you probably have what you need in life. You most likely have what you need in life. You may not have everything you want, but you have what you need. And I just want to urge you all, try it. Try it in the morning when no one is around. Don't meditate, don't just sit. Just sit and just watch nature and just let whatever unfolds around you, just let it unfold. Just be with it. So that's what my practice looks like today. So many wonderful things that have come out of what my practice is today. And there's so many wonderful things that came out of what my practice was back 20 years ago, which I intend to talk about and get into in other videos. But today was really about just telling you what my practice looks like today and how this is just a part of who I am. And it can also be a part of you because there are so many beneficial things that come from it. So thank you. If you like, please hit like, please share, please tell others, please follow, go to my website. We're just